The prints have unprecedented resistance to surface abrasion, high humidity, atmospheric ozone, other contaminants, and you could quite safely put one of these in your shower. You can put it in the bathroom, you can put it in your kitchen, and if it gets dirty, spray it with Windex and wipe it off. And there has really not been a photographic material historically that is this durable physically. This is in the Nova paper booth. The photographer Milton Green, who has a very large archive of Marilyn Monroe and other movie stars, that's his son, Joshua Green, and these are ChromaLuxe prints that are on display there. Stefan Fiedler, who's right over here from Salon Iris in Vienna, was an early pioneer, actually, of many technologies, going back quite a ways. Here he is with a ChromaLuxe print. And this is a composite image of Cindy Sherman's work. Her first ChromaLuxe prints were shown last year at the Spruth-Magage Gallery in Berlin. And here you see it here. This is her first exhibited work done with ChromaLuxe. Very intense color, very intense images. We believe these are the most expensive ChromaLuxe prints that have ever been made or sold. The list price in the gallery was $218,000 per image, per print. You see them here. Cindy Sherman, and this is Herman Will's publication, Fine Art Printer. She is currently in auction sales, has the highest income of any fine art photographer in the world, and also holds the auction record last year for the most expensive single print sold in the world. Our basic mission is kind of apples to apples comparison of one product to another. And I think to give you a good analogy, that in the automobile industry, every country has a standardized test method for fuel economy ratings. And in the United States, you see the sticker on every window. These are federal government mandated standards. And what this does is allow consumers, the automobile buyer, to compare one car with another. It also, having these standardized tests in place, allowed for the introduction of the Prius, the first hybrid car, which costs more than normal cars, but much higher fuel economy. And I think what we have done at Wilhelm Imaging Research is to basically provide a vehicle to compare one product with another, a direct comparison, the same standards, apples to apples, and provide for fair competition, which I think has helped the entire industry improve, especially pigment inks, and working with ChromaLuxe is another step in this direction. I would say of all the materials we've ever tested, color materials, ChromaLuxe is the least sensitive to different spectral power distributions or high UV environments. Historically, there's never been a material like this in the history of photography that has this combination of properties. That to achieve this level of permanence is a function of both the ink and the panel. And if you change either of those, the numbers are all off the table.
Are we going to see an improvement in the future in dye-based inks and the stability over time?
Yes. We're continuing to work to find new dyes, and it's really a process of finding the dye, checking the stability of the ink, and then the time it takes to test it to make sure it really has a marked improvement.
There's nothing I enjoy professionally more than somebody like ChromaLuxe handing me a new print material that I have no idea what the permanence characteristics are, have never tested it before. It's always so exciting to see what happens. And this combination of materials really impressed me, that the ability to look right into the image of the print without glass and without face mounting, with very high Dmax, intense color. I was comparing Cindy Sherman's ChromaLuxe prints with her similar images on silver halide papers, and what I would say the difference in gutsiness, just the sheer visual impact of the ChromaLuxe prints was a large visual difference. That for the show in Berlin, they'd already printed the entire show on silver halide paper, Kodak Endura, and Cindy came into his studio in Brooklyn to sign off on the print. She's very particular what her prints look like, and she saw a ChromaLuxe print leaning against the wall in the studio. Had never seen one before, and asked Charlie Griffin, "What's that?" And she was just struck by it visually, asked to have one of the images in the show printed by ChromaLuxe, and when she saw that, threw all the Enduro prints away and reprinted the entire show, and that's what appeared in Berlin, her first images. So her reaction, to, I think what many photographers have, it was the visual impact of the ChromaLuxe print. To her was the decisive difference.